The gentleman from Stafford, Mr. Dudenehfer.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege and an introduction.
The gentleman has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, members of the House, I rise this morning for the last time. It is a rare treat for you to hear from me 2 days in a row. This is a first for me. I haven't made it a habit of speaking here because there are many here that are much more articulate than I am. But make no assumptions, I have had strong opinions on the hot issues discussed in these chambers. I've had plenty of time to reflect on my time here, and I can unequivocally tell you that serving here has been one of the high honors of my life. I can't thank you all individually, but know that I have the highest respect for each of you. We haven't always agreed, but that's what democracy is all about. Debate and compromise, always serve your constituents and do what is right. I hope that I have exhibited those qualities. Just a few minutes ago, we heard from Governor Bob McDonnell, and he talked about the Virginia way. And I'm glad he reminded me of that for these final remarks, because I think if I had to serve in the House of Representatives in this similar circumstances, I don't think I would survive very long in that climate. There's been much curiosity about the path I intend to take. I know what I'm doing is unusual. Those who know me best, and some are in the gallery, understand my motivation. After cutting through all the extraneous stuff, it comes down to a simple promise I made 13 years ago. I promised my daughter, Emily, that I would dedicate myself to making the world safer for children. And I would spare parents the heartbreak of losing a child. It's just that simple. And that's what I've done. And my decision not to run for re-election here, but go back to a place I believe I can make a bigger contribution, was greatly influenced by the promise that's as simple as that. I want to thank you all, and I say to you, God bless you, and God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you so much. Mr. Speaker, excuse me, I mentioned that in the gallery are people who know me best, and I would ask that they rise. One of the biggest surprises for me when I first arrived here was our emphasis on veterans. I live in that world and always thought of these issues as federal. Not so, and I am proud of the actions taken by this body to help our veterans. We sometimes talk about the family of veterans, but unless you've walked in their shoes, it is difficult to really understand what it takes to make a career in the military. In my life, it took a small woman from Louisiana who has not just stood by me, but has kept my family together, raised my children, picked me up when I was down, understood when I was called away on short notice, attended teachers' meetings, kept my life orderly, knocked on doors, hosted fundraisers, and I think you kind of get the picture. That person in my life is my wife, Kay, who has been my strength and backbone for 38 years. Thank you. In many cases, we talk about family as just being a wife or your children, but in my case, my support structure came from a larger group than that. And my wife's mother and brother and sister who accepted me unconditionally 38 years ago are there today. My mother-in-law, Barbara Brooks, this is her 86th birthday, and she's come down here to celebrate with me these last few days. So I asked the House to give them a warm round of applause.
We're delighted to have Kay and her mom and family with us today. We know how much a spouse contributes to everything we get to do. And I know, Mark, on behalf of the body, that they're going to miss you greatly. I won't, because I'll be at let me finish, because I'll be able to come to Board of Supervisors meetings and complain.